Dr. Reddy's. But the big story this evening, President Trump has announced a flurry of trade agreements with Japan, Indonesia and Philippines after months of turmoil. Now, these deals ease the tensions for some of Asia's largest manufacturing hubs. A deal with India remains stalled for now, and sources have said any deal before the August deadline is unlikely. President Trump announced a deal with Japan that will involve the U.S. imposing a 15% tariff. Now, this is less than the 25% tariff that he had announced earlier. More importantly, automobile imports from Japan will attract a 15% tariff. All other nations face a 25% tariff. This is crucial for Japan, as automobiles account for 30% of all shipments to the United States. Now, Trump has also announced that Japan will invest $550 billion in the U.S., largely in energy projects. Trump claiming that the U.S. will keep 90% of the profits from these investments, but providing no further details. Now, the U.S. will also reduce tariffs on Indonesia. As per the deal, tariffs will come down from the proposed 32% to 19%. For the Philippines, the cut in tariffs is a minor one. According to the deal announced by Trump, tariffs will be reduced from 20% earlier to 19% now. With this, the U.S. has now signed a framework for trade deals with at least half a dozen countries. A 3-month interim deal with China reduced tariffs to 30%, China imposing a 10% tariff on U.S. goods in return. But this deal expires on the 12th of August, and the U.S. has already hinted at a potential extension. Now, the United Kingdom faces a 10% tariff, and Vietnam faces a 20% tariff. The EU, South Korea and India are the other large trading partners with the U.S. who are yet to strike a deal. The EU faces 30% tariffs from August, India faces 26% tariffs, and South Korea faces 25%. India's peers in the region, like Malaysia, also face a 25% tariff. Bangladesh, Cambodia and Thailand are facing tariff rates higher than 35% from the 1st of August. Now, in a move that could ease the tensions between the world's two largest economies, President Trump has hinted that he could in fact travel on a bilateral state visit to China in the coming days. Here's President Trump.
President Xi has invited me to China, and we'll probably be doing that in the not too distant future, a little bit out, but not too distant. And I've been invited by a lot of people, and we'll make those decisions pretty soon.
Well, that is President Trump. Meanwhile,